Hello, I'm Bill Curtis. This video in our Serving Our Seniors program will teach you about a power of attorney for health care. We'll talk about what a power of attorney for health care is, why a power of attorney for health care is important, how a power of attorney for health care is created, the relationship between you and your agent, choosing an agent, and when a power of attorney for health care begins and ends. The power of attorney for health care, known in some states as a health care proxy, is a written document that allows you to appoint another person to make certain health care and personal care decisions on your behalf. The person making the appointment is generally called the principal. The person who you appoint to make decisions on your behalf is generally called the agent. Your agent usually acts on your behalf if you are not physically or mentally able to make decisions or express your wishes. For example, you may lack capacity due to a temporary situation, such as a surgery, or from a more permanent one, like the effects of a degenerative illness or disease, such as Alzheimer's or dementia. The power of attorney for health care is an important step you can take now to give yourself peace of mind about how future decisions regarding your medical treatment and personal care will be made. Let's look at what might happen when someone does not have a power of attorney for health care in place. Meet Ruby, an 86-year-old widow. Ruby has one adult daughter, Nancy, with whom she has a distant and strained relationship. Ruby also has a niece, Sally, with whom she shares a close relationship. Sally has served as Ruby's primary caregiver for many years, and Ruby trusts Sally unquestionably. Unfortunately, Ruby suffered a stroke and was hospitalized. Ruby was not able to communicate her wishes to her doctor, and she had not prepared a power of attorney for health care. Sally, though she dearly wanted to help her beloved aunt, was unable to act on Ruby's behalf. Because Sally was not a member of Ruby's immediate family, she had no rights under the law to make decisions about Ruby's medical care. If Ruby had prepared a power of attorney for health care, naming Sally as her agent, Sally would have the legal authority to make decisions on Ruby's behalf about her medical treatment. Instead, Ruby was forced to rely on her daughter Nancy, who did not know her in the same way as Sally did, to make important decisions about her health care. What Ruby's example shows us is that a power of attorney for health care can give you extra assurance that the person best suited to assist you has the legal authority to make important decisions about your medical treatment and personal care. With a power of attorney for health care, you can give decision-making authority to your spouse, a close relative, or a friend. The power of attorney for health care may also protect the rights of certain couples. For example, if you are part of a long-time same-sex or heterosexual non-married couple, your state's laws may not legally recognize your relationship. As a result, the power of attorney for health care will give your significant other the authority to make decisions on your behalf. The power of attorney for health care form gives written details about the legal relationship between you and your agent. In your power of attorney for health care form, you specify decisions you want your agent to make on your behalf, who you designate as your agent, and when your agent's authority becomes effective. For your power of attorney for health care to be effective, you must have legal capacity, sign the document, and some states have additional requirements. It's important to follow whatever rules your state requires when filling out and signing your power of attorney for health care forms to ensure your documents will be legally binding. Most states have a statutory power of attorney for health care form that the state legislature created and authorized. It's a good idea to use the authorized statutory power of attorney form. You can usually find your state's form at a local Department of Aging office. In your power of attorney, you decide how your agent may act on your behalf. You may choose to give your agent the power to make any type of healthcare decision, or you can limit them to making decisions only under specific circumstances. It's important to remember you are in control. Signing a power of attorney for healthcare is a serious decision about your future medical treatment and personal care. Be sure you fully understand the consequences and meaning of the form you are signing. It's a good idea to talk with a lawyer if you decide to sign a power of attorney for healthcare. You can choose when your power of attorney for healthcare becomes effective. For example, your power of attorney for healthcare can become effective on the day it is signed, on a future date, or upon a certain event. It's important to remember that as long as you are capable, you are in control of all your own healthcare decisions. Your agent does not have the right to override your decisions. Once your agent acts on your behalf, they have what is called a fiduciary duty, or a legal and ethical duty, to act in your interest and within scope of your power of attorney. Your power of attorney for healthcare remains effective throughout your lifetime unless you specified an earlier termination date in the document, or you revoke it, or you sign a new power of attorney for healthcare and revoke the earlier power of attorney for healthcare. Choosing your agent is an important decision, since that person will be in a position of trust. When choosing your agent, you should consider the following: appointing a person you trust implicitly, a person you know well and have known for a length of time, a person who knows you and your wishes, a person who will be able to follow through with tough decisions, a person younger and in better health than you, a person who lives in close proximity. It is critical for you to select people who will accept the responsibility of acting as your agent. Naming someone as your agent does not mean they will agree to the appointment. As a backup plan, you should also name successor agents. A successor agent takes over if your first agent is no longer able to make decisions for you or refuses to act. Generally, you have the right to terminate your power of attorney for healthcare at any time. If you choose to revoke your power of attorney for healthcare, then your agent is forbidden from acting on your behalf. Each state has specific rules on how and when a power of attorney for healthcare may be revoked, so be sure to follow the steps required by your state. We hope this video helped you understand how a power of attorney for healthcare works, and how it can be a valuable tool in making future decisions about your medical treatment and personal care. If you do decide to sign a power of attorney for healthcare, it's a good idea to provide a copy to family members, your doctors, and anyone you appoint to make healthcare decisions on your behalf.